The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Facilities in Agusan del Sur are having a hard time dealing with the continuous spike in COVID-19 cases across the province. To give us more updates, we have Gemma Bansenya reporting to us live on the ground. Gem, good afternoon. Can you give us the latest situation there?
Visa active cases here in Agusan del Sur have soared to over 1,700. Most of the COVID-19 facilities here are already fully occupied, including the Democrito O Plaza Memorial Hospital. Since last week, the hospital has been in full capacity. This prompted them to place several COVID-19 patients outside the emergency room while waiting for vacant beds. Their critical unit is also full of patients. We even saw an intubated 72-year-old COVID-19 patient outside the hospital. His daughter, who looks after him, got the virus too. Even the hospital's manpower was not spared. This, as 25% of them are now in isolation after getting the virus, affecting the facility's operation. This is one of the reasons why Agusan del Sur's LGU is planning to impose stricter quarantine measures. Governor Santicanes said, however, that they are still waiting for the directive of the IATF before going ahead with this. Another problem in the province is the shortage of medicines, particularly paracetamol. Upon checking, some pharmacies said supplies have already run out since last week. Riza, the provincial health office, said that the Omicron variant may be already here in the province. But as of now, they are still waiting for the results of the laboratory the results of the specimen they sent to the Philippine Genome Center. Riza?
Thank you for that update and stay safe. That's Gemma Bansenya reporting from Agusan del Sur. Now, at least 3 areas in the country have recorded new record highs for COVID-19 cases, according to OCTA research. The cities of Cebu, Iloilo, and Lapu Lapu logged around 300 to 900 new COVID-19 cases on Saturday. Now, this moves Iloilo City to severe outbreak COVID-19 classification, along with Baguio City. Metro Manila, meanwhile, has been downgraded to very high risk category, and this came after the region's reproduction number went down from 1.20 from 2.95 a week ago. NCR's 1 week growth rate also decreased to negative 42%. A new COVID-19 outbreak has been linked to a pet shop in Hong Kong. Now, experts are studying whether people can catch the virus from animals. Let's listen in.
Sure. So in Hong Kong, they did link an outbreak of COVID cases to a pet shop that was selling hamsters. There was an infected employee, and some of these smaller animals then became infected. And so what that says to us, first of all, is that there is human to animal transmission. We've seen this before, even in wild populations. So we've seen this in an interesting pre-printed study that came looking at deer that had been roadkill or hunted, and from their lymph nodes, found 90% of these deer in the last year had a notable coronavirus infection in the state of Iowa. So we know that this SARS-CoV-2 virus is getting into animal populations. We see big cats, wild cats in zoos in South Africa. They just released another study showing transmission from handler to animals. So what we're concerned about is when viruses get established in animal populations, it makes it even harder to eradicate and control because reservoirs are created. So we're watching it closely. We don't want to see, worst case scenario, the virus comes back out of an animal with a lot of mutations and into a human, creating a whole nother wave of disease.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Presidential bets vow to continue the Duterte administration's campaign against illegal drugs, but without the extrajudicial killings. During their interview with GMA7 journalist Jessica Soho, presidential aspirants Vice President Lenny Robredo, Senators Manny Pacquiao and Panfilo Lacson, as well as Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno, all agreed that there were extrajudicial killings committed in the course of the government's so-called war on drugs. Now, while the candidates shared different perspectives on how they would carry out the program, all of them pointed out that changes must be done to better address the issue. Now, here's a quick look at today's other top stories. A total of 277 people nationwide have been arrested for the violation of the election gun ban. According to the National Police, around 35 individuals were apprehended during or just last Friday. The gun ban, which started on January 9, will be effective until the end of the election season on June 8. The LRT-1 has suspended its trips today to allow for the testing of the rail line's new signaling system. The Light Rail Manila Corporation upgraded the LRT-1's signaling system to adapt to the fourth generation train sets. This will reportedly be used by the middle of this year. And today marks the 123rd anniversary of the First Philippine Republic, also known as the Malolos Republic. Bulacan provincial and local officials visited the Barasuain Church in Malolos to celebrate the historical event. It was the culmination of the Philippine Revolution, which led to the creation of the first republican government in Asia. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch your news on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.